Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's I am thrilled to bring you another in-depth update on the Iraqi dinar and the economic transformation happening in Iraq. You might have heard some news, rumors, and updates lately. There's so much going on, and today we're going to dive into the exciting developments that could shape Iraq's future. From massive infrastructure projects to global investments and even gold purchases, there's no shortage of important things happening in the country. And let me tell you, the potential for Iraq's economy and the dinar's revaluation has never been more promising. First up, let's talk about the enormous housing project Iraq has recently launched. Iraq is currently in the midst of a 15,000-acre housing development. That's a massive project that could help address Iraq's long-standing housing crisis, providing affordable homes for thousands of Iraqis. This isn't just a small localized project. This is a large-scale endeavor with far-reaching effects on the economy. Not only will it provide homes, but it'll also create jobs, boost the construction sector, and improve the quality of life for many people in Iraq. And that's just the beginning. Iraq has also approved several high-profile industrial projects, like phosphate and sponge iron projects, which are crucial for diversifying the country's economy. For years, Iraq has been heavily reliant on oil as its main source of income, but these new projects show that the country is starting to think beyond oil. By developing new industries, Iraq is positioning itself to become a more resilient economy in the future, one that can withstand fluctuations in the global oil market. Speaking of growth, here's another major development. Standard Chartered, one of the biggest global banks, is investing a whopping $95 million to finance a new power plant in Iraq. This is a huge deal, folks. Iraq's energy infrastructure has been a problem for years, but with international banks and financial institutions putting money into power generation, Iraq is starting to solve its energy crisis. This investment is not just about power. It's about improving the overall quality of life, boosting industrial production, and bringing the country closer to energy self-sufficiency. Another exciting piece of news comes from the energy sector again. Iraq is expanding its Mason refinery to include a new facility capable of processing 70,000 barrels of oil per day. That's a serious boost to Iraq's refining capacity. Not only does this help meet domestic demand, but it also improves Iraq's ability to export refined products, further diversifying the country's oil-related revenues. As Iraq continues to grow its oil and gas industry, it will become more integrated into the global energy market, which can only be good news for the economy. And here's one of the most exciting initiatives happening in the heart of Iraq, the Baghdad Pulse Project. It's a game-changing revitalization effort aimed at rehabilitating key parts of Baghdad, including Al-Rashid Street. For those of you who may not know, Al-Rashid Street was once the pride of Baghdad, but over time it became a shadow of itself, reduced to rubble after years of conflict. But Iraq isn't just rebuilding, it's transforming. The third phase of the Baghdad Pulse initiative is all about revitalizing this key area, turning it into a modern, bustling hub that will attract both local businesses and international investment. This is about more than just brick and mortar. It's about rebuilding Iraq's identity and its future. Now let's talk about one of the biggest names in the global energy industry. BP. BP has just committed $25 billion to Iraq's oil sector, and that's a huge deal. This investment represents not just a vote of confidence in Iraq's future, but also the potential for long-term growth in the oil and energy sectors. BP's commitment to Iraq is a testament to the country's strategic importance in the global oil market, and this level of investment is likely to boost Iraq's oil output and solidify its place as one of the key players in global energy markets. All of this is part of Iraq's broader effort to modernize and rebuild. From housing projects to energy infrastructure and foreign investments, Iraq is positioning itself for long-term economic success. And this brings us to a very important point. How does all of this impact the Iraqi dinar? If you've been following the dinar's value, you know it's been trading at around 1320 IQD to $1 for quite some time. But with all of these developments happening, global investments, energy production boosts, infrastructure growth, it's becoming harder to ignore the fact that Iraq is moving closer to a point where the dinar could see a major shift. This leads us to the next important piece of news: Iraq's increasing gold reserves. According to recent reports, the Central Bank of Iraq is among the top 10 central banks in the world when it comes to buying gold. In 2024, Iraq ranked 7th in terms of the largest gold purchases. Why is this important? Because when a country buys large quantities of gold, it signals to the world that they are preparing for economic stability and potential currency strengthening. Iraq's move to build up its gold reserves is another indicator that the dinar could be on the brink of a significant revaluation. It's like they're laying the groundwork for a stronger, more stable currency that could rival the US dollar in the future. So, what does all of this mean for the future of the Iraqi dinar? we're clearly seeing major changes in Iraq's economy. The country is investing heavily in infrastructure, diversifying its economy, and attracting foreign investment. These moves are laying the foundation for a stronger, more sustainable economy in the future. And while it's impossible to predict exactly when the dinar will revalue, the pieces are falling into place, whether it's the massive housing project, the energy developments, or the gold purchases. Iraq is clearly positioning itself for growth. As the country modernizes and moves away from reliance on the US dollar, it seems more and more likely that we'll see the dinar rise. Well, that's it for today's update. I hope you found this information helpful and insightful. It's clear that Iraq is making massive strides in both infrastructure and economic growth, and the future looks promising. As always, I'll be keeping you updated on the latest developments with the Iraqi dinar, and don't forget to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Do you think the dinar will rise soon? How do you see Iraq's future unfolding? Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of the latest updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.